Yeah, so I think in the hypothetical you set out before, the first thing that happens is marketing creates a new campaign, marketing buys data, and then the respondents to the emails that marketing is sending out goes to the sales inbox. And I think fundamentally there is an interesting debate that we can have. It's who should be writing these emails. Now, about 80% of my customers have sales development reps, SDRs, BDRs, all of them roll up into sales. But about 20% of my customers have them roll up into marketing. Now, the logic here is that marketing is responsible for creating awareness. They are responsible for educating the customer that there's a problem out there and hopefully triggering them to have an aha moment that a solution can help them solve it. Now, the SDR flow, they're responsible for helping the customer get educated and then hopefully want to talk to a sales professional. Now, within this conversation, we need to do some qualification, make sure that we're not passing through every lead. But a proper SDR and AE handoff should result into a conversion of about 95% of the meetings they hand over, sales accepts and says, this could be a great fit. So that is the fundamental issue of the hypothetical you brought up that I think we should unpack. The marketing campaigns versus the SDR campaigns. Who should do what to try and get the buyer through the journey? So Alex, what would you think that we do first?
After you kind of get on the same page with who's going to be responsible for what, where's the data going to come from? Who's the data provider? How you're going to procure that data? Where's it going to go? Is it going to go into the CRM first? Is it going to go into your cold outreach software first? And who's going to get access to that data? When and where? And then copywriting, right? So I've been in situations where sometimes sales wants to be responsible for the copywriting because obviously it needs to align with what the SDRs and the AEs are saying during the demos. That's very important. But I think more than anything, marketing and sales need to come together and be sort of collaborative, come up with the user journey map together, come up with the definitions. And when sales and marketing, the handoffs occur with regards to the software. So the CRM will have a definition for prospect, a definition for nurturing, a definition for sold, a definition for churning, et cetera, et cetera. But who is responsible for what during each one of those phases? So this could be a CSV that you create, and this could be a mind map that you create. But you need to have, okay, here's step one in our process. We're going to procure some data. Here's what marketing has to do during that process. Here's what sales has to do. Now, here's step 6 in the process where someone has booked a demo, they've gone through a demo, but they didn't close on the demo. What does marketing have to do at that point? What automations are occurring at that point? What does sales have to do at that point? Making sure everybody's on the same page. So that's a good reason to create the visual, create the user journey map, and also create the repository of definitions of tasks for each person in the organization, starting with the head of sales, starting with the head of marketing, and then just on an ongoing basis, just to make sure you have general upkeep of that system, meet on it maybe once a month, make sure everybody's on the same page, bring the SDRs in, make sure that the SDRs are letting sales and marketing heads know where the communications are breaking. So if an SDR is getting a lot of people coming through the funnel that say, oh, I thought your software was this, turns out it's not, that's marketing's bad. Marketing has been putting out language that did not correlate to what the product actually did.
I love what you said about getting everybody around the table and aligned on the process. I think that is so critical, is that marketing professionals like you know how to write emails at scale. But when you hire a brand new SDR and you say, hey, here's your territory, here's all the leads I want you to go start working, they're going to send out an email that can be complete garbage. But even worse than that, it can be marked as spam. And the problem with that is even if you get a 2% response rate, let's say you send out 1,000 emails, 2% response rate, the SDR is going to be so pumped they got 20 meetings. But the problem is that 98% of the people that you sent out probably got pissed off at your email. And so now you're scaling failure. People, especially in the B2B world, will not do business with you if you've burned them in the past. In the business to consumer world, I think we're more forgiving. I say, if I have a bad experience, maybe in the future I'll do business again. But when it comes to B2B, if we burn a bridge, it's very hard to win that customer back. So I love what you said there. So I think that we should use that mindset when we talk about how should we follow up with demos. And I think that's a direct in competition with doing a free trial. So Alex, is that a good place to take the conversation?
Dan, I want to talk about real quick the prioritization of demo requests coming through. So this is a big issue, especially as you start getting a lot of attention. There's a lot of demo requests coming through your piping. There's a lot of ways that you can prioritize those. And there are a lot of steps that need to happen in that situation. Can you talk to everyone real quick about demo prioritization and prospect prioritization?
Yeah, the issue that you're bringing up there is vanity metrics as well. We all get that little dopamine hit when we get a like on a picture we share or a response to an email that we send over. But it's not really about that. It's the impact that we can actually provide to that business. So if you're getting a response, but it ends up being a big waste of time, I love your focus on looking at the data and making better decisions and following through on what you think the results you're getting, if it actually turns into business or revenue. That's exactly how to drive better sales and marketing alignment.
I love it. I mean, I could talk for days about the issues that I've been involved in with regards to how the communication channels are set up. When marketing's running, and it gets worse when marketing thinks they're doing a great job. I'm guilty of this too, where I'll spin up a campaign that is getting incredible conversion rates, incredible open rates. But what I don't realize is that a week later, 2 weeks later, my SDRs and my AEs are jam-packed with demo requests that are either filled with unqualified prospects or confused prospects, people that thought one thing when they came through the funnel, and now they're sitting in a demo for something that doesn't do what they thought it did.